Sometimes the biggest, most powerful ideas are wrapped up in the simplest stories. Today, we're going to unpack the meaning of a really special day in India, all through a charming little tale about two sisters and a mango tree. So let's get into it.
All right, so let's get right to the heart of it. Why is January 25th such a big deal in India? Well, it holds some pretty deep meaning when it comes to democracy and the power of the people. And it turns out the absolute best way to explain it is with a story. And this is where our story kicks off. We meet Ayesha, who asks her older sister Anshika a really simple but actually profound question about the next day, January 25th. So let's dig into Anshika's answer. It's an explanation that's all about simplicity and, a lot of heart. So I want you to picture this. You've got two sisters, Anshika and Ayesha, and they're just playing in their courtyard on a sunny afternoon. It's a peaceful, totally normal scene, right? But it's about to become the backdrop for a huge lesson in what it means to be a citizen. This is where Anshika starts her explanation. And instead of pulling out some boring textbook, she uses a story to explain something really important, what it means to have a voice. Anshika takes us on a little trip back in time. She explains that back around 1971, the whole nation was getting ready for something crucial, elections, a time when people could actually choose their own leaders. And just like that, Ayesha connects this big, kind of abstract idea to something she completely understands. And that right there, that's the magic of a really great analogy.
Anshika just loves that comparison. Yes, it's exactly like choosing a class monitor, but you're doing it on a massive scale for the whole country. Voting is how we, the citizens, pick the people who are going to make the big rules. And that's exactly why January 25th is celebrated as National Voters' Day in India.
And that really gets to the core of it, doesn't it? January 25th isn't just some date on a calendar. It's a symbol. It's a yearly reminder that in a democracy, every single voice matters, and every citizen has real power.
Okay, but you might be thinking, why does this matter to someone who can't even vote yet? Well, Anshika explains why this lesson is so important, even for kids.
See, the key idea here is that being a citizen isn't something that just magically switches on when you turn 18. It's a mindset. Understanding these big ideas early on helps build a foundation of responsibility and, pride in your country.
And you can see the story has an immediate impact. Ayesha is totally inspired. She doesn't just understand the idea, she feels it. And she's already thinking about her future, about how she can help shape the country. That's the whole goal of a story like this, to spark that sense of purpose.
Of course, any good lesson needs a way to stick in your brain. And Anshika has this really fun little trick to make sure Ayesha never, ever forgets the importance of January 25th. This is just brilliant. Let's break it down. It's called the Choose and Thrive trick. First, you have the number 2 for the two sisters learning together. Then you have the number 5 for the 5 fingers on the one hand that casts a single strong vote. And what do you get when you put them together? 25 for January 25th, the day of democracy and voting power. So simple, but so effective.
And hey, if tricks aren't your thing, you can just remember this simple little rhyme. 25 January, we learn today, people choose leaders the democratic way. It really goes to show that learning about our democracy can be as engaging as reading a good story. It's all about planting those seeds of civic duty nice and early.
So, when you boil it all down, what's the real moral of Anshika's lesson? Let's take a look at the main takeaways.
It really comes down to these 3 powerful truths. First, democracy basically means people's power. That's it. Second, voting isn't just a right, it's a tool that we all use to build a stronger nation. And third, learning our own history is what makes us truly smart, informed citizens.
And with that, the lesson's pretty much complete. The sisters, they go right back to their game. But something's changed. They're carrying with them a new sense of pride, a deeper understanding of their place in the world. It just shows that learning can be as natural as playing a game.
This whole explainer kicked off with a simple story. And it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other stories can we tell each other to explain the big ideas that shape our societies? Stories that help all of us become better, more engaged citizens. Definitely something to think about.